Well, welcome back to another exciting episode of Roughneck RC, and today is a different kind of episode. I want to discuss something with my viewers, my future viewers, and basically anybody who views my channel and feels it necessary to hate on my opinions. Now, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and good or bad, I do encourage you to write your comments and, let me know what you think. But before you go and write down your comment and you address stuff on the videos, you might want to read some of the other comments, because I've been getting taking a lot of heat for my review on the DBXL. Well, my review on the DBXL was basically when I first got this truck. And I still stand by my review. I still stand by that. I don't think that small of a motor should have been put in this truck. It should have been something a little bit larger, at least a 26 cc, not that little 23. But that is my opinion. I have never come out and said to anybody that I am a professional. I am the average Joe RCer, meaning I have a lot to learn about this hobby. I'm learning stuff every day. I'm sure a lot of you learn stuff. That's one of the fun things and neat things about this hobby, is that you learn as you go. Now, the main gripe everyone says is that I shouldn't have done that review until the car was completely tuned up. Well, yes and no. I am a newbie to the fifth scales. I haven't had them that long. And carb tuning for me was something that I'm still actually learning, and how to actually tune these cars up and tune them in. Now, I mean, granted, the car would have ran better if it was perfectly tuned and stuff, but, it's a learning experience. My initial review was my first and opinions on the DBXL. I never said I completely hated the truck. I just said I hated the power unit. The truck stock is awesome. It comes with beefy parts. It's set up. I like the overall stance. I like the platform totally. I just wish they had put a better power unit in it. That little 23cc that was in it was not hacking it for me. You all might have a different opinion, but that's was my opinion. Now people were telling me that I should go back and do another review with that motor tuned up. Well, it's a little late, because I took that motor out, and now I'm running a 30.5 cc motor, which you're all aware of. But if all intents you want me to do another review, I will do another review of the one with the power plant I have, because I would have to go out and buy another one of these, and right now, financially, I can't afford to do that. But pretty much this I've had a few comments that have been on the negative side, and I don't mind it being on the negative side. But when you write your comments, just take note on other things I have said when other people have commented. I am actually growing tired of answering the fact that they're like, well, you don't know how to tune. Yes, you're right. I was not a good tuner. I'm still not a pro at it. I'm still just okay at it. I'm getting better, but it takes time to learn, and and I live in New England, so In the wintertime, it's going to be tuned differently than it would be in the spring or summertime. That being said, you just have to take in consideration the fact that I am a newbie to the fifth scales. The tenth scales I've been in most of my life, in electrics. But these two-stroke gassers, I'm pretty new when it comes to that. And I just wanted to point out the fact that it's actually starting to get old fast, that people are commenting on that particular one, that review, and they all say the same thing. They all say, well, you're not giving the vehicle enough credit. It was not tuned right. But they're not saying it in a nice way. They're saying it in a hateful way. And it's like, and they're saying I'm unprofessional. Well, I never claimed to be professional. I never will claim to be professional. I am an average Joe RCer. I am the guy that walks into my RC shop, sees something I like, and I buy it. On a bigger purchase, I might do some research on it, but most times I do not do research on RCs that I buy. I see something, I like it, I buy it. I get it home, and I play with it. And I give you my first initial impressions on how it performed right out of the box. And right out of the box, the DBXL didn't perform the way the 5T did. Bigger displacement engine, not a good comparison. But even the Baja 5e, it just didn't seem to have it. And everyone's like, well, you're running really, really rich. I understand that. I was running really, really rich. And I didn't understand. I tried to do some tuning on it, but I know if you tune too much, you lean out too much, you blow up the motor. And there was a few variables that I didn't quite grasp or understand. And, like I said, it's a learning experience. And that's part of the fun of the hobby. So, overall, I've never hated the DBXL. I hated the motor that was put in it. I thought that it was underpowered. And everyone's like, well, it's a lighter truck. Yeah, but lighter truck, bigger displacement motor equals more fun. Smaller displacement motor, just because it's a lighter truck, doesn't mean necessarily the performance you want to get out of it. Think about some of the high performance cars out in the world. The Bugattis or any of those. They have a very lightweight carbon fiber body with a 500 horsepower engine. Those are a blast. You want the same kind of thing in a scale RC. A lightweight chassis and body with a high displacement engine would give you loads of fun and the things that you can do. So, on that note, let me talk a little bit about the DBXL. I don't hate it. Never have. I thought it was a great platform. Still think it's a great platform. Matter of fact, if I didn't have my CJ5 in the shop being refurbished and restored, I would go out and buy another DBXL. Just so I could tune that motor, the stock motor that comes with it, and do another review just so that people will see what I'm talking about even when it's tuned right, that it's not, a powerful engine. And it should have had something a little bit bigger in it, which would have made it, a lot better, especially in a four-wheel drive. So, once again, you're all familiar with the DBXL. The shocks are awesome. The chassis layout's awesome. Now, my particular DBXL, the 30.5cc, 8.2 horsepower motor, has wakened this thing up dramatically. And I do have an exhaust pipe that just came in. If you saw the other video, maybe you haven't. But if you haven't, what's home? This is an exhaust pipe. $235 for this. This is going to give it a little bit more breathability. to give me a little bit more horsepower. So I might be looking at, 8.5 horse when it's done. And I am going to set up the air breather a little different. I have another part for that. I haven't gotten to it yet. But my review as of how the DBXL is, the way mine is set up. This is in my opinion. I'm no way a professional, but this is in my opinion. I love the truck. This is one of my favorite trucks I have. As a matter of fact, in out of the 3 fifth scales I have, I would prefer to drive this than anything else I own. The way I set it up, with this motor in it, this thing is just so badass. And there's, I mean, if you've seen the videos, you see what I'm talking about. And the people who have and actually have commented that actually I inspired them to buy this motor and upgrade their platform because they saw how much of a difference it was. Well, I thank you. That is the most flattering thing I've ever experienced. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, guys. I mean, seriously. That means a lot. It means you watched my videos and you saw something you liked, and it's like copying an artist, It's like awesome. I mean, I am glad I can help those out there that wanted a little bit more out of their DBXL. As far as the people who are hating on me, you can keep writing your sly comments if you want. But like I said, you really want to keep in mind that I've answered people for the last 3 months on the fact that I don't know how to tune these things that good. I'm getting better. But please read the other comments. Read what I've wrote before you write a comment. I'm actually gotten to the point where I'm not going to respond to that comment. If you want to talk about something else, I'll respond to you. But if you're going to keep talking about the fact that I'm a newbie and I'm not very good at tuning, and not actually give me any helpful hints, I'm not going to respond to it. I actually have had people, some of my subscribers. You all know who you are, so I thank you for all your input, that have given me very good and helpful tips on how to tune this and what I should do to get optimum performance. And I thank you guys. The guys that are actually realize that I'm not good at tuning and that are trying to help me progress in the hobby and learn something, another skill. Thank you, seriously, from the bottom of my heart. I mean, this wouldn't be running as good as it did if I didn't get the helpful pointers that other people decided to share with me. So overall, my DBXL, the way it's set up, this is the best dang RC, best investment I own. It cost me $2,000 because I had to upgrade the motor and all that, but the way, even without the pipe, the way it sits and runs, it's awesome, and I enjoyed running it, and I'm going to continue to enjoy running it. A DBXL bone stock. My first initial opinion my first review still there. I still don't think that, I think it's underpowered. I think it's a 4-wheel drive platform, and if you want to make it fun, you've got to give it that 500 horses in a lightweight chassis. You got to give it the big block power. You got to have it. It makes it so much more fun. I was so disappointed. And yes, I hated on it a little bit. But I never said that I hated the platform. I never said that Lossy was complete loss. I never said any of that. I said that I hated the motor that came with it. Now, since then, like I said, and I'm probably beating a dead horse now, but I want to get my point across. I have upgraded the motor, you know, and that's all I've upgraded on this, and that's all it took. And believe me, this truck, this is the way it sits with the upgraded motor. It is so awesome. The power's right there. I'm completely happy with the way this truck runs. This is just a video of me stating that I don't care if you have a negative comment, but please stop beating a dead horse on the tuning issues. I've actually stopped answering people who want to rag on me about the tuning, and the last person kind of was like, well, it's very unprofessional of you to make a review when I never claimed I was a professional. I am the average Joe. I am the guy that's into the hobby for the fun of the hobby. I am the guy that will go to a hobby store and buy a car and take it out of the box and drive it and expect it to perform. These aren't cheap. You know, any one of my RCs aren't cheap. Anywhere from $800 on up. That thing should be, I shouldn't have to do anything to it. It should be so flawless and badass that you take it out and you're just amazed. So for the money, I mean, you want to buy a $200 RC, then don't expect so much. But when you're spending $800 plus, you're going to expect the world out of it. And that was my point. You know, do I love it now? Yes. Did I love it back then? I loved the platform, not the stock motor that came with it. That 23cc garbage is paperweight for a 4-wheel drive. It might be great in something else, but not in this truck. Even if it was tuned up perfectly, it still wouldn't perform the way I would want it to perform. You know, my Jeep, for example, fiberglass body, you know, lightweight, short wheelbase. I got a 360 V8 in my Jeep. She's fast, she's loud, and she's loads of fun. That's what I expect out of my RCs. And when I spend that kind of money, I expect them to perform when I get them. Not for me to have to tinker with them, twist this, turn that, move this. I expect a decent performance, and then tune from there. The 5T, fresh out of the box, performed flawlessly. Didn't have to do anything to it. The Baja 5B, fresh out of the box. Didn't have to tune it, didn't have to do anything to it. Performed flawlessly. Both were awesome. This, brand new, out of the box, with the 23cc motor, sucked. And that was what my review was based on. Well, that is my opinion, my friends. I'm sorry about the rant about it, but I've grown tired of getting it in the neck. I do love the DBXL. I will buy another one. I just can't afford it this year because of things I have going on. I do recommend a DBXL. And come to find out, I mean, I was one of the first people to own one in my area. Nobody actually did buy one from my hobby shop. But one of my subscribers said that they were offering it with a bigger CC engine for $300 more. But you know what? Next time around, I'm gonna buy it with the bigger engine. And that was, I don't know what company was offering it for that much, but you know, it definitely needs an upgrade in power if you're going to buy one bone stock. Even if you've tuned that thing to a T, you're probably going to want at least a 26cc in it. not that 23. So, knowing that now, I would have gone that route than the route I did. I made it into a very expensive project, but I still love the hell out of mine. I love how I have it set up. I can't wait to get you guys to see some awesome running videos and bashing videos with it. I'm actually hoping to enter this one in a few races. Lots of things, my friends, that I want to do with this and be happy with. This is my go-to car. Next off of this is my E-Max. Not saying I won't buy any more cars this year. I'm going to, but it ain't going to be another DBXL until next year. Namely, my Jeep project has costed me almost 10 grand. So I don't have the money to throw at this. But I do want to get another electric, another big boy. And I do want to get a boat. A two-stroke boat. I think that would be fun. But once again, I am not a professional RC, or I'm just an average Joe RC addict. I love cars. I've loved cars all my life. I own a truck, I own a Mustang, and I own my Jeep. I own 3 regular vehicles, plus I own a dozen or so RCs. And by nature, I'm a hot rodder. I like speed. I like off-roading. I love mudding. I have 2 snowmobiles. I have a 4-wheeler. I have all the toys. I'm basically a petrol head. So I'm just basically stating that I am not a professional doing professional reviews. I am the average Joe, giving you my honest thoughts of a product fresh out of a box without me doing anything to it after I run it. And I hope you all enjoy your weekend, and I hope you all are out there having a great time RCing. My weather has not been permitting lately. It's just been cold and raining, which is better than snow, but at least if it snows, I can get out there and play. This rain, this downpour we have, I can't do anything. On my days off, I've been stuck in the house. But that's also giving me a chance that I'm going to be able to put the exhaust on this and get that out of the way. So, well, my friends, it's been a different kind of episode today. I'm definitely not hating on the people that are my subscribers. I'm definitely not hating on people who give me helpful tips and information. We are an RC community, you know. I don't feel necessary to hate on anybody's personal opinion. Once again, everybody is free to have their own personal opinion. Just keep in mind that you have all the facts before you put your personal opinion attached to anything. You know, I did a review on it when I first got it. I still stick by my review. I still say, great platform, bad power supply. Yes, it was bad tuning issues on my part. It probably would have got a little bit better if I knew how to tune better than I did then. But once again, you know, that's a 3-month-old video and people are still hating on it, and it's like, alright, enough. Read the comments. People have commented before about my tuning, and I've explained this to them. This is why I'm putting it in video form. I explained the fact that I'm new to these 2-stroke engines. I'm new to tuning them. We all started somewhere. We're not born with this knowledge. We have to learn it from someone or somehow, or by trial and error. and I learn mostly by trial and error. But thank you to some of my subscribers that have actually helped me progress in my tuning efforts and taught me a few things that I didn't know. So here at Roughneck RC, we appreciate all our subscribers, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for subscribing and supporting us. And we will be bringing you more and better and interesting videos as soon as we can. And for all you newcomers to the channel, I welcome you. And like I said, just keep in mind that there is comments on the videos, and if you start beating a dead horse, I probably won't be responding to that anymore. This is like my final response to the review I gave and the fact that people are saying, well, you don't know how to tune, and that I should behave more professionally than what I have. Well, I'm not a professional. I'm an average guy. I don't do this for a living. I don't make any money off of these videos. I do this for the fun, and I do it to be part of the RC community. And I enjoy you guys' feedback. I enjoy you guys' comments. I enjoy you subscribing and watching my videos, and being part of the RC network and the RC world. So once again, I am sorry that this video is so long and drawn out and I'm just rattling off, but I had to address this. It was actually that last comment, I'm like, come on, just read the comments before you write a comment and make sure you're not rehatching old territory, because if you are, I'm just not going to respond. If you want to respond in giving me helpful tints after your comment of, well, you need working on your tuning or something, that I can do. Don't call me unprofessional, because I never said I was a professional. I just said I'm an average guy, like I just said, into a hobby that we all love, and like to share my experiences with all you. Like the rest of the guys who video stuff, they share their experiences. So with that, this has been an interesting episode of Roughneck RC. I am Michael Payne, signing off.